Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Miss Brenda, Navy Mom. So, y'all, I got a lot today on Summer's case already lined up to discuss. Good morning, sugar darling. Let me first say prayers for those in the Ukraine and Russia today. Right now, it's got to be difficult living anywhere in that part of the world right now, and the uncertainty that's going on. It's difficult sitting here looking at it. Miss you too, Miss Brenda. Let me tell y'all, it's been difficult. It's about to get worse. So, So let's see. Where am I at? While we're waiting on a few more people to join, I'll give everybody an update on where I've been. Good morning, Godmother. Sorry, guys, I took about an hour and 15-minute nap after I got off the phone with one of the sunshines that I was on the phone with for a few hours. I apologize about putting the live off to do that, but sometimes showing support to a supporter and a friend is more important. So I made that call to be there for the sunshine, like I had promised I would. Lots and lots. Okay. While we're waiting on people to join, we'll just chitter chatter for a second before I get into some things. As far as the car goes, it's been like, I don't know, 2 days, 4.5 hour days. Putting the radiator in. It's in. The car won't crank. Now fluid's being pushed out the radiator cap, and I'm just done. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have spent the last 2 days putting in over 30 applications for employment. So right now what I'm trying to do is just find a job quickly so I can work to pay to fix the car that I'm still paying for. Because without a transportation, I can't work. It is what it is. Just waiting on a few more people to come into the chat. Let's see if I can make an announcement. One thing that I thought was interesting, and I'll see if any of you in the chat know the answer to this question. So we've discussed a lot in Summer's case, especially concerning, we've talked a lot about the dogs. And we hear so much, we've heard so much about how they followed her scent down the dog trail and then it died off at the road. So I got to thinking, which can be a bad thing for me sometimes, y'all. I got to thinking and went to just doing some research and looking. There are various types of dogs that track scent. We hear a lot about cadaver dogs, and then we hear a lot about scent dogs. But did everybody know that there's more than one type of scent tracking dog? Shayla V, no, can't do the Amazon warehouse. I have no way to drive. The nearest Amazon warehouse to work at is an hour and 45-minute drive from where I live. So, and we don't have public transportation here. At all. At all. Can't even get to Walmart that way. So, yeah. But no, I was just wondering, do you guys know that there is more than one type of scent tracking dog? Miss Brenda said she had heard that. So, well, Miss Brenda, I wondered. So I started doing some research and trying to figure it out. You know, what's the deal? What kind was used? Yes, exactly, Shayla B. It is, and it is very fascinating, Miss Brenda. When I got into it, so I wanted to check some things. Um, it cut it off, Miss Alicia. It cut it off. If you are asking for a donation or anything, send me your link through the email, and I will be glad to show it. And we post it on the community tab section. I have one that should be going up already today. That way we can get more information out to everybody. We can post it on the Facebook wall and the Instagram and the community tab section. I do that 2 days a week. So if you just send me the email, I'll make sure that those links get posted. Miss Alicia. Because YouTube will cut you off. It will only let you put so many characters in a message in a live chat. That's not up to us. Good morning, Miss BJ. So the two different types of scent dogs that we have, you have air scent and ground scent. And it's even more complicated, believe it or not, than it sounds. But wow, and people have been mean to you. I don't doubt that at all. That's what I'm saying. If you just send me an email, it's nitasworld99@gmail.com. I'll put your information that you want to share, any links that you have for assistance on the community tab section on our Facebook and also on the Instagram. That way it reaches the most people. What's up, Miss Katie? How are you doing today? So there's two types. There's ground scent. If you're the one that sent me the GoFundMe, it is posted already. And I did respond. I haven't been on a live stream since you sent me the email, but I have been posting your info if you're the one that sent me the email. And I do understand your predicament as I emailed you back. I'm currently jobless. My car is broke down, which means I can't work in any way, shape, or form. Oh, you remove? Okay. Well, Lisa, honey, it takes time. That's all I know. You emailed me less than 3 days ago, and I've been working on it for you. I've reached out to people for you. I appreciate it. And I'm not trying to be mean, Miss Alicia, at all to you. There are currently 4 sunshines that I have been talking to on a daily basis through different forms of media for various reasons and doing all I can to help. Okay, back to the dog thing before I lose track and forget where I'm at. You have air scent and ground scent. I did some research. When they're talking about going down the dog trail and then stopping, Katie, I'm literally about to take legal action with the car. I'm at that point. I put almost $1,000 into it. I've only made 5 payments, and it's been consistently broke down for almost 8 straight weeks. So, and I'm still making payments. I still owe almost $3,000 on the car. I'm going to give the dealership a chance to answer back. Exactly. That's what I'm looking at, BJ. Lemon laws here in the state of North Carolina are very tricky. Basically, it's 90 days. I'm outside of that window, but I have a large amount of repairs and a YouTube channel. And if need be, I hate to do it, but I will be taking video outside of the dealership and chronicling everything I've videotaped and all the receipts and everything on the car. But right now, I have no income. Literally, my YouTube income was $177 and some change, and that's what I have to live off of for the entire month. And my car insurance was $137 and some change. Yeah, Miss Brenda, and I think they knew it was a bad car. I wanted a different car, a Nissan, and this one was kind of shoved at me down my throat. And I like the car. I love the car. Don't get it wrong. But something's not right. So, I mean, literally, I'm just at my wit's end. I'm ready to lay down and cry and give up. If you know anything about where I live, I'm in the country. Like, it is a 2-mile drive to the nearest store. And it's just a country store that doesn't even sell gas. We're lucky they do have milk and bread a lot of times, So that lack of, if you can't, everybody's like, get a job. Okay, well, no transportation. So it limits me. I have to find something with, a certain amount. And then with what's going on with my child at the moment, that I'm not at liberty to discuss based on their wishes openly. It's real difficult. Some days I just don't even want to get up right now. So it is what it is. Back to scent tracking dogs. Ground scent dogs would have tracked Summer down the trail, but when you have the change in terrain, they stop. Air scent dogs would have been able to continue tracking across the road and to where the footprints were. I don't know if they used a combination of both or an either or. But no, I'm not talking about cadaver dogs. I'm specifically talking about air and ground scent, the two different types of search dogs that are used. Air would have been able to track across the road. And to where the footprints were found. Alicia, you must have a different name that you're emailing me from, because I'm looking in my email right now and you're not the person I have the email from that has the GoFundMe. I don't have a email from you. And I'm looking currently at my email all the way back to December. Okay. I just found your email. And I don't see your response to me. I actually have found an agency to help you. I need you to email me back because I actually have found some assistance for you. Oh, I don't have a mod in the chat. Let me get this. Good morning, sweet and sassy. So what we were talking about with the scent dogs is just the thoughts of the importance to note that I think how to do this as well as catching the bot. Okay, got it. Yeah, I got the bot. It just took me a second. Okay, so I also had some stuff I wanted to show that I've been looking into and I found dealing with, since he wanted to come up on my channel, dealing with Ernie Shell and what he's been up to. Oh, got you, Manic. No problem. For some reason, it does that top chat crap. Drives me bananas. But I've been looking into Mr. Shell since he wanted to come up and put himself on my radar by jumping up on my screen. Thought, why not check him out? So I've got some info on him as well to share. And also some information on Grandis's aliases that were put out in another video. And a couple videos that I wanted us to look at as well. All the links, by the way, any channel creator I go to or video that I show portions of during our discussion, the links to those channels and those videos will be available or are already available in the description portion of the video. Okay, let's see, which one do I want to do first? We're going to start here with this one, I think. Levi, or as it looks like Levid, but I know him as Levi D.
I need to speak to whoever's on.
Sheriff's Office, Marcy.
Yes, I need to speak to whoever's on the Summer Wells case, please.
Hold on a moment.
Sorry,
John Pruitt.
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, Mr. Pruitt. I called you 2 months ago and left a message for you to call me back about something in the Summer Wells case that was very important. You have since not returned my call. And I'm a little upset and wonder if you even care.
If you haven't checked your car insurance rates recently, you're probably overpaying. All right, so this is my insurance coverage that
So that was Levi. I think that was important to look at because that was submitted by one of his listeners. By the way, Elisa, thank you. That's the next portion that we're going to discuss in the live chat that I have queued up already. I'm getting there. I think that was important because they shouldn't be anybody saying that they have repeatedly called Hawkins County to speak to them about this case and left messages, and nobody has returned their phone calls or had anything to do with their messages. Are you kidding me? It's a 5-year-old little girl missing. You got somebody saying they have information. You should have broke your neck, your arm, your leg, your whatever to find out what it is they know. Not to have them saying that they're being ignored. What the heck? I'm with you. What the hell? Like, right. Somebody, I mean, I get that at one point in time they were maybe getting too many calls to take. But she's saying that she's called repeatedly and got no kind of response. What the hell? Where do they do that at and why? I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it all. What has to happen for them to take this case seriously? And that's going to go into some other stuff that I'm looking at that goes to, and we're going to talk about. I got an email from one of the Sunshines that's doing a different line of research than we do. But when her research intersects with things I'm running into, it's like, whoa. Yeah. Something very odd is going on with Hawkins County law enforcement, in my opinion, as well. So, what if this was some kind of planned exercise? Would that account for the lack of return calls and law enforcement's seemingly just acting the way they do, or are in this case? I asked that question because let's go to my next video that I have queued up here. This is a newer channel that I found. It's called Anonymous True Crime. Just reminds me of the days that hackers were in full force with Anonymous. Well, Brenda, if you've thought along those lines, stick with me today because I'm going to show you something about the Asheville Film Group, Ernie Shell, part of Dusty's Dream Team, and a relative of Mr. Tim Mullins that all tie together, along with Dylan Stout. Been doing a little of my own research. Hold on. Let's watch this next video.
Welcome to Anonymous True Crime. Some are going missing, is pointing towards it being planned. From the red Subaru with GPS being taken to create an alibi to firing Dudley the day before. Ensuring no one was working directly with Don. Means no one to witness Don leaving job site for a period. The phone call to Candace to ask when she would be home. Add in Don mentioning a creepy man on the property. Even the parents' storytelling sounds scripted. Peter Hyatt agrees.
To editorializing, and now we're concerned about scripting. Scripting. Scripting is when someone rehearses what they're going to say with someone else. Or they can do it alone on their own planning, but in this case, he has connected himself now twice with his wife on the phone. So investigators should be very concerned that they are coordinating their stories. Coordinating their stories.
Why coordinate a script if innocent? Don has admitted to making the Red Barrel film. Summer was uploaded to TikTok, dancing around a for sale sign. Did they drug Summer on way home and place her in the shed, for the waiting creepy guy customer? Did it go wrong, or was the plan for her to be permanently taken this time? CPS would have found the abuse, and under 8 years is a felony A in Tennessee. That's a long time for Candace and Don to get gone. What do you think? Like, share, bell, follow.
I don't know. I don't think Tim Mullins is related to the Wells, and I know that I may get some flack for saying that. A lot of people believe they are related. How do I say this? I personally don't believe they are. I don't think that's why Mr. Mullins is involved in this case. I don't think it has anything to do with that. But I do think that he does have ties to the film and entertainment industry. I do think that he has family members that have ties, and we are going to get into that today. Like I said, I've been doing some research, one thing at a time. We're getting there. There's actually 3 more videos I want to show. Good morning, Miss Lisa. This next one is actually I'm trying to think of her name. It's Cold Cases with Colette. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched her. It's not her whole segment or anything. It's about a minute out of a video. Yep, he sure does, Brenda. And I'm going to show you how those ties tie to Ernie Shell and the Asheville Film Company and Dylan Stout. And something that on June 10th that they were talking about producing with Predator Hunters Nation. I got all that laid out. I will just draw you a map. Nope, I don't know who Jamie is. So, nope. But I have reached out to Dalton Stout. And if he doesn't answer me directly, then I will reach out to him through some people that own a recording studio that he helped direct some videos for. So one way or another, I'm going to speak to Mr. Stout personally. I'm not sure who Jamie is. I just am trying to. There's also, if y'all remember, I've said the lab and the lab's names. There's a reason for that too, and that's on the Candace side. But it just kind of ends up looking a little suspect. Brenda, I'll explain who Dalton Stout is here in just a little bit. I promise I'm getting there. I want to show you this excerpt from a video with cold cases from Colette right quick.
Hi, my name is James Blackwell. I'm the owner of Ronald James. It's a
Like me, catch that very peculiar there. The host said, I agree, she was perfect. And this was repeated twice. Red flags are flying all over the place. So did you, like me, catch that very peculiar male voice in the background? Who could it be? Could it be another YouTuber? Because in my opinion, the voice was a young-ish male voice, and it certainly wasn't said by the channel host, and it sounded like the voice was in the same room as Candace. Or perhaps someone was on a video call with her while she was on this live video on YouTube. I obviously can't be sure. But did you catch what they said? Did you? Because I did. I caught them red-handed. Whoever that is, red flags are flying for you, and they're flying really badly for Candace. At the exact timestamp of 1:19:13, I hear a voice saying, "Find Summer." Whose voice is that? And how come Candace Bly, the mother of missing girl Summer Wells, has to be reminded to say, when asked, what are your burning desires, she has to be reminded to mention her missing daughter Summer. Wow, just wow. I don't know if you can hear in my voice. I'm actually shaking. I'm so angry. I cannot believe that Candace had to be reminded to mention Summer. When I was making this video, the general gist of my video was to prove a point that Summer is not Candace's priority. She never has been, and she never will be. But to listen back to that clip whilst I was editing my video and ensuring my very best that I quoted both the channel host and Candace correctly, I caught that big slip up from whoever that man is. I will say now that I have my suspicions as to who that voice belongs to, but as I cannot be sure, I will not put my suspicions out here on my own channel. I'll keep them to myself. But I'd love to know who you think it is, so please do pop your comments below and tell me who you think that voice is. And are you as angry and as shocked and appalled as I am that Candace has to have someone remind her to say, "Find Summer," when asked, what are your burning desires? Honestly guys, I'm raging with anger. I haven't felt this passionate and annoyed about something in a long time. This really has irritated me. Whoever that person is, they shouldn't have to remind Candace to say "Find Summer." It should be the first thing that comes to her mind. This just makes me feel even worse about Summer's fate. Perhaps she really is dead, because Candace does not have her on her priority list. I thought that she was in at number 3 on the list of Candace's priorities, behind the house being done up, behind the boys coming home. But no, she was never actually in the list of priorities for Candace. She only appeared because some male in the background tells her to say, "Find Summer." Unbelievable. Absolutely appalling. And I just want to apologise because that probably sounds extremely ranty, but I am raging. Candace should not ever have to be reminded to say "Find Summer" when asked what are your burning desires. What a circus this is. What a joke. And how horrible and heartbreaking for Summer. Well, Summer, if you are out there, the YouTube true crime community cares about you. You're our priority. Finding you is our number one priority, and we will all keep trying to do that. Stay.
That was an excerpt from Cold Cases with Colette. I had heard that, but I wanted to make sure. I didn't want somebody else. Now, I have my thoughts on who I think it was. Considering she was being interviewed by Benny, and I happen to know about another YouTuber in the area, I think it was either Mullins or that YouTuber that was talking to Candace at that moment. But can y'all fathom that? Can you as if you're a mother or a grandmother, let's just go right there right now. Because I said we taking the gloves off and we're gonna talk for real, for real. I'm tired of trying to straddle the fence and not have an opinion and be unbiased. I can't do it. I just can't. It's not who I am as a person. I just can't. I'm biased. I have opinions. I have thoughts. And right now my thoughts are all over the place. But they keep coming back to the point of, you can't tell me that those 3 people that were at Warrior's Path don't know more than what they've told us. You can't tell me that those 3 people that were at Warrior's Path with Summer on the 15th have told us the entire damn well truth. That's where I keep coming back to. I can't leave that. No matter what happens, no matter where I go, no matter what I research, no matter what I look like, no matter what I think, I keep coming back to that. There's no way they told us the truth. And every like branch off of those 3 core people that were there with Summer that day at Warriors Path Park, every branch off of those has lied to us too. Allie has lied to us. Let's be real. Allie's lied. Her friend Leslie Hill lied. H, he's lied. H's daddy, he's lied. Candace, she's lied. Don, he's lied. Who in this case has not lied to us? That's what I want to know. Grandma, because we ain't talked to her yet. Who in this case has told the truth and not lied? That's what I want to find out. Who is the one person involved in this case that hasn't lied? Even the people that we're saying, oh, well, they're not considered. They've lied too, though. For real, who's not lied? We can't say the neighbors ain't lied. They've lied. They've every person. And then when I look at it from a legal standpoint, when you look at it from a legal standpoint, the people that have lied, the neighbors even that have lied, their testimony is not worth jack shit. Their testimony isn't worth anything in court. How can it be? You're a proven liar. So when you get up in court and you testify in front of a judge or a jury, they discount everything you're saying because you're a proven liar. Good morning, gamer, antique little girl, seeking serenity. How y'all doing today? And I mean, if I'm wrong, or if somebody has another thought about it, please be ready. I'm going to drop the link. I want everybody to come up on panel that wants to come up, that has any thoughts on the case, and express that. You don't have to agree with me. Please, God, you don't have to agree with me. I would love to hear another, theory that would hold some water, that we could find Summer. Can we find Summer? Can we find the Cali boys? Oh my God. And what about the little girl Serenity, y'all? Here we go. We get kicked off on stream again. Oh, and by the way, for all those that want to know, number one, Spectrum says something happened to our system. Outside interference. Non-specific at this point. And no, my Chromebook didn't just decide to erase itself. Yeah, Grandis is leaving again. I mean, I don't understand that, but I do have a list. I don't know if y'all saw the video. I watch a lot of different creators, and I have a list of all of Grandis's aliases. And there's one specific alias that the last name is Labs. I would love to talk to someone that knows them from the Wisconsin area, and specifically some of the Lab family, because Celeste M. Labs, who ties back to Erich A. Labs, Jennifer R. Schaefer, Nina Grace Labs, Richard A. Johnson, Richard A. Labs, Gordon A. Labs, and Kimberly Ann McNamara Labs. Grandma's alias ties back to them. And, oh, yep, I got all of them, by the way, pulled up to show you. They all tie back into each other, and what do y'all know? They're all in damn well Wisconsin. Call me cray cray if you want to. I feel like if these are not fictitious names, that one of these labs person has come into contact with and knows very well this Harrer family, because they've taken on their identities. We'll get to that too. I got that lined up. Okay, so let's get the little video segments and stuff out of the way that I've got to show you guys so we can just discuss. The next video segment I have, I believe, is also from Anonymous. I have two more from them. All right, let's see.
Welcome to Anonymous True Crime. Hunter explained in his interview to Chris McDonough from the interview room that Don called Candace early in the day to find out what time she would be home. Don then let her know a creepy man who touches kids was on their property. Was he arranging a time? Was he letting Candace know a customer was waiting for Summer? Or was Candace completely unaware? Candace, according to Jenna, admitted that she believes Don is involved with Summer getting gone.
Okay. Me and Candace was crying. I called her one day. And she was sitting at the table, and she was crying. She was crying real tears. Yeah, I know she fake cries, but you can tell when somebody is really crying. If you are an empath, then when you can feel, you can feel. Well, she was crying. I said, "What's wrong?" And she says that I think Don has something to do with my baby being gone. And I said, "What do you mean?" So we were sitting there. She was sitting at the table. I was on my phone. When I say like I'm sitting there, I am sitting there with her, but I was on the phone. But we were trying to come up with theories of how this could have happened. And the only thing that we could think of was when Don got off of work early that day. And he did get off work early that day. And he said, like, what time was it? It was about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Okay. And, you know, if you can't see in, but you can see out it, and that door was locked, and she sees her dad there, and Don knows where that dog trail is, at least that road. I mean, she would trust her dad to go. Yeah.
Did Don arrange a time and transaction to take place with a creepy guy? Or is Hunter lying? We find this interesting. Thanks for your support. Like, share, bell, follow.
So I would think an answer to what's being questioned in the chat, it would seem that she's been cleared in some fashion. They wasn't allowing Hunter to leave, but they let Grandma leave before already. I'm not sure why. Except, like I said a long time back, it kind of seems like that Grandma's in protective custody. You never know. Maybe she talked and then walked right back up in there. I agree, seeking serenity. 100,000%. Even being on probation, Chris, with a signed order from a judge enforcing his custody, that's the party line that they're giving. That he couldn't leave because he was on probation. He could have left. I promise you. With that signed court order from another state enforcing a child custody agreement, H could have left. He either didn't want to leave or wasn't allowed because of an ongoing investigation. And it could have been a different investigation. Could have been a whole different investigation than, what's going on in Summer's case. Because I understand that he's involved in stuff else. I mean, his dad even said that. So, who knows? What's up, Gigi? How you doing? Welcome back. We're with you, Frankie baby. That's all we want. We want Summer found. I look forward to the day that I come on here and I'm able to talk about something besides Summer, or come on and announce that she's been found and that this case has come to an end. Because I would love to be able to focus more on the MMIW movement and some other cases that are out there. But I just can't. Yeah, I know. That is funny to me, Alicia, that they're still saying that law enforcement has yet to return the young gentleman's phone. Right. You're absolutely right, Seeking Serenity. I wouldn't doubt that there's a tracking device of some sort attached to her vehicle. Okay. One more video before I start showing y'all documents and get into that portion of the show.
Hey, Betty. Hey, beautiful. What's happening, girl? It's just like candy. Ow. I love you, beautiful.
Welcome to Anonymous True Crime. Welcome to our rant. What we are witnessing is chilling. As a child remains missing and at risk. Her mother and well-known cash grabber friend cough are singing, laughing, talking about food and playing the game. Fools, send us your money. Candace can sing yet not cry. Candace can now make an appearance yet couldn't plead in June for her daughter for over 2 weeks. This is wrong. This is weird. What universe is this acceptable in? All her children are gone. Neglect, abuse, drugs, alcoholism. Candace and Benny reminder, her name is Summer Wells and no, we will not put her to the side. Benny and Candace are made for each other. Are we at Anonymous the only ones that find this bizarre? What do you think? Do you find this acceptable? If so, how? Rant over. Like, share, bell, follow.
I'm steady talking. What's up, Twister? Good morning. Seeking Serenity. I've got 2 agencies to help her already lined up. Twister, just a side note. So I don't think that fully everybody even knows the whole backstory about Brad. Real quick, just a side note. They were talking about before the vigil how he was doing searches and water searches and land searches and even sending them short clips and stuff. Am I wrong? Or aren't you the one, Twister, that has the equipment to do those searches? And wasn't you the one actually going out on the ground and doing the searches that he was claiming? I was steady talking, y'all, with the mute still on. Like a goon. I was just waiting on Twister to answer. Yep, sure enough, Frankie. Apparently he's coming around again. Right. I guess so, yeah. Apparently, he conned the dude Griff into coming to Tennessee for a job that he don't have, and apparently somebody had sent our Griffey money to him to give to her, and told her that it was sent to me. Somehow he told her it was sent to me. I don't know exactly how it came, but it all came out in the wash. Found out that he received quite a large amount, and now he's accusing her and Stella of not having moved, which they did. Anybody that's ever seen knows that they moved. They're good. It would have been nice to have heard on that broadcast that they came on Nita's World and that the Sunshine stepped up and made sure between them and Libby that they had the money they needed to move. I don't know why, you know. I don't know what Chase and Lizzie's end game is. And yes, they are together. That was confirmed accidentally by Griff without him knowing it. But the way he came up to me and everybody else, so Frankie, I've been looking into him. Please believe that. And law enforcement is looking into him. They're looking into what charges can be filed against him for what he did in this community. Morning, Twister. Twister, aren't you the one that was doing the water searches and the ground searches that Brad was saying he was doing early on? Yeah, we ain't doing that. That's it, pretty much. Yeah, it's a bad rerun, Pam, that they're trying to start up again, not happening. I don't know, Navy. She just dissipated. That'd be a question for Cotton Top and Elsie. You good, Pam? I can't never type. I just kind of wanted Twister to get credit for the work that he had done and the sweat equity and everything that he had put in. I know when I was there in Tennessee with him, he actually showed me his equipment to do the searching. Well, I knew, Twister, that my understanding is Brad didn't have the capabilities to do water searches, but he was telling these individuals that he was doing that, and your reports that you were telling him he was claiming as his own. That's the understanding I currently have. Let me show y'all now. Let's see if it's this one. A document that I've got queued up. Yeah, guys, Twister does not get enough credit for all that he has done in this case. The ground searches, the water searches that he and his family have done, the time away from their family, that they have done. I'm with you, Pam. So you'll see, this was emailed to me by one of our sunshines. I'm not going to say who. And then I actually went further looking into it. He's a member of the Asheville Filmmakers group. Luckily, I'm not too far from there. So I'm waiting on some contact back from them. I've contacted them as well. So I want to read this. It's June 10th, 2021. And this is going to go into our lovely Ernie. Because we're going to go to Dalton Stout's Facebook page next. And I'm going to show you some things on his friends list. That's right. Y'all check this date out. It says, "Hey guys, gearing up for a television sizzle shoot for an amazing cause. Our treatment is finalized and we begin production next week. And we're looking for some extra help. This is for a group of local predator hunters who are doing this to stop child trafficking and local sexual predators. Unfortunately, our spending budget for the sizzle pilot is extremely low and we cannot pay our help. However, we've been fortunate enough to secure some amazing talented cinematographers for free, considering the cause they were stoked to work. We need the following: 2 PAs, a gaffer, a grip, a camera operator familiar with Sony line, and hair and makeup. The shoot is happening at the Predator Hunter Nation compound in Newport on Cosby Highway, approximately 32 minutes from Knoxville. The shoot is Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, June 14th, 15th, and 16th. Come on now. Roll up. It says, as always, copy, credit, and meals do apply, and you will enjoy yourself, I promise, while working with a great group with amazing goals to end child trafficking, sex crimes, and predators. Like I said, this was emailed to me. Now let's go look at his Facebook page. Okay, hold on a second. He's messaged me back. Let me answer that. Guys, I'm gonna Predator Hunters Nation is what Ernie Shell's involved in. Yes, it has been sent to TBI. I wouldn't show it to you otherwise. Sorry, not sorry. I will not put anything on YouTube that's pertinent like that without first making sure that it is law enforcement. Okay. And I'm telling him I'm wondering about his connections to Ernie Shell. I'm naming someone I'm not telling y'all the name of, but I happen to know he was an integral member of Dusty's dream team that was working with Predator Hunters Nation at the Speedway. As well as there's also a Mullins, and the Mr. Mullins on your friends list. Sorry, I'm giving him my email. Okay. And now I'll go back to this Facebook page and show y'all. If y'all think what I just showed you is big, wait till you see this. I want y'all to see I agree with you, Frankie. Exactly, Seeking Serenity. Now, Dalton Stout's a filmmaker. Supposedly, Predator Hunters Nation was wanting to shoot a pilot for a TV show, kind of like the Chris Hansen show. What I want y'all to see is on their friends list. We have Derek Wayne Mullins right here, producer at Flick Story Entertainment. Yep. I am currently researching, is he related to Tim Mullins and how? I have been told that that's the nephew, but we'll see. Right now, that is alleged. I'm waiting on Mr. Stout to contact me back. I did reach out to him, and he has returned the favor. There is another name besides the Mullins, besides the one that you're going to recognize that I'm going to show you as we're scrolling, that's on here. And I recognize that name as my original contact from my hometown that was working with Dusty's Dream Team, Angel Boots on the Ground, whatever it was called. But looky here. Friends list, what did we just see? I don't know, Gigi, that was crazy. I've never heard that about mods, ever. Really? I just got knocked off again. Ernie, we'll go right back to showing your picture if whoever's knocking me off. Don't think I won't. I just think it's strange. And like I said, when I go on down through here, searching through the whole list, I went through every friend that this individual had. And it really jumped out to me when I saw that other name on here. And I knew that it was Dusty's team that had been connected with Ernie's team early on. And I also knew that this individual would have personally known Dalton Stout due to their ties with the entertainment community. I know that this person that was a liaison between myself and Dusty's Dream Team early on, that I call Wackadoodles, and Predator Hunters Nation, when I early on discounted them. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Before the vigil, I discounted them as being Wackadoodles too. This person that I know from my hometown is a connection with all those parties. All those parties. He's been on several MTV shows. So he would have come in contact with this filmmaker. And possibly people with Predator Hunters that were wanting to make their weekly series. I mean, is it possible and plausible that this was some kind of thing that just got out of hand? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I wonder, Gigi, if that's not the case. Yep. There was not just Predator Hunter Nation that was pretending to find evidence of that speedway, though. It was also the gentleman that I see on the friends list that I didn't identify. Gigi's killing me in the comments. Navy Mom, I'll find out because, like I said, I did contact Dalton directly. He has responded. And I told him in what I said to him that I wanted to specifically talk to him about 3 individuals. And I gave him 3 names, one of which has not been mentioned in this case whatsoever. But I personally know. So I know their whole family. I know that they were the person that was on the ground for Dusty's team that was taking all her videos that she had. So I had access to those videos and I did not want them because I was there as they were being videoed in the live, the live video feed. And I know what was purported to be saw was not what was saw. And I would not be a party to that. I refused. There's several things I refused that could have got more views and clicks and riches, but I'd rather do it the right way. So it is what it is. So some other stuff to show you guys. Just so everybody can see. Page 13 of the Maryland Surveyor. Let's see. It has a date for this on it. May of 2004. It's a newspaper. That's where I found out all the Clyda Trent and R. Stanley Trent info back in September that I told everybody about. I'm missing something in the chat. Let's see. Okay. This is page 12 of the Maryland Surveyor where I found that info. When I found out that Clyda's son was a surveyor, I took a chance and ran a check. Yeah, I'm confused too, Frankie. I'm with Frankie, Gigi. I'm a little lost. That's what I'm understanding. I'm confused. But you'll see that it's a publication for surveyors. And that's where I got all the information in that article. This is the actual PDF file that I had stored with all that information. Showing where he was born, where they met, married, each name of each of their children, starting with Kenneth. We got Benson here, who was pictured with his mother, going to the family reunion that I showed y'all the picture of, that was scheduled for Dollywood, which was the Trent Roberts. Oh, yeah, that's not fake at all. I heard about it. I think he's a predator, not a predator hunter. That's my personal opinion. Nothing I'm saying looks good on Ernie. Look up Shelby Shell. That's what you look up. You want to know about Ernie? Look up Shelby Shell. Why do you think he got off here so quick when I asked him about his brother's murder trial? Y'all know about Ernie? Start there. That's public record. Shelby Shell. That was his brother's murder trial. Ernie's testimony wasn't too well looked upon. Just so y'all know. I've also done a little bit of digging, and we keep seeing Ernie in what looks like hotels because he wants us to think he's traveling. My understanding is he's in the lobbies of hotels, the common areas. His brother's case is insane, and he got up and testified against his brother. Y'all, if you don't know about it, you need to look into it. If you're going to deal with Ernie and be around Ernie, you need to start there and come to today. Because I have. I knew about that, by the way. When he got up on my panel, a lot of people thought, I don't know what they thought, that I was going to, I don't know how to say this, that I was going to be an Ernie supporter or something, and no, absolutely not. That's right, Kathy, and why? Why did he not want his DNA given in that case? Why did he testify against his brother to make his brother look guilty? I got my thoughts. And number one of them is I wouldn't want Ernie investigating my dog being missing. That's my personal opinion. But I was trying to remain neutral. Thank you, KK Nichols. Abso-freaking-lutely. Allegedly. I know, Kathy. Yeah, I guess he did, Brenda, but I checked stuff out. I had already checked out Mr. Ernie Earn and PHN early on. I have text messages talking to Tina way back in September. So, miss me with his bullshit. I don't have time for ignorance. Yeah, allegedly. There you go. Allegedly. Allegedly, he's in hotel rooms filming, or hotel lobbies, common areas, filming his videos that he's putting out there and jumping in everybody's chat. Where's all these news articles that's supposed to be coming out supporting old Ernie Earn? I'm waiting on them. Yeah, the chip he had removed. Yeah, I know. I heard all about all that crap. And that's what I said. But I wanted y'all to see the article on Mr. Trent that I've had for all this time that we discussed months ago. Yeah, I've been on to him. I wanted to ask him questions. I had to make him feel comfortable. I had to make him, that's the whole idea. Look, if you're going to be doing investigative reporting of any kind, you have to make the person that you're talking to feel comfortable. You have to make them comfortable enough to talk to you, to tell you, to secrets, to drop hints, to give clues, nuggets of information. I mean, it's just, common. I don't know, Navy Mom. I haven't seen that. What I have seen is everybody denying that he ever worked for them in any fashion. The only thing I can confirm that Ernie's ever done is security work, and I've done that. I think he was a licensed bounty hunter, but Dogs Camp does not claim him. He claims ties to them, but they do not claim ties to him. Okay. So, let's start here. So, Grandis is one of her aliases that has been attributed to her is the last name Labs. It's going to be Celeste M. Labs. You type in the last name Labs in Wisconsin, and you're going to come up with a medical supply store in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay. Only reason I say anything about that is because it might give us an indication as to where that alias came from. Nope, it was Grubhub, Brenda. DoorDash would hire him. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Okay. Let's start here. I have a list of Grandis's aliases. I saw that being asked in the chat. We have Candace C. Bly, Candace Hare, spelled Candance, Candace Hare. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Gotcha. So we got Candace C. Bly, Candace Hare, Candace Harper, Candace Herter, Herter, and Celeste M. Labs. And that one is just so weird. It stuck with me. So I went down that little rabbit hole. Now, what I have found is their labs, Laabs, and they're mainly in Wisconsin. We found the one lady, which obviously is not Grandma, based on her picture. But then you have the E-Rich Labs, the Nina Labs, and these are the associates of the Celestium Labs that I found. These are all known associates. And they're all in Wisconsin. They all have ties to one specific town in Wisconsin that Grandis has towns to. Most of them are dead. They also seem to have ties to medical facilities at one point in time. See, even this Richard Johnson, dead. And he actually died. That's Richard B. Hold on. January 29th, 2021. And again, they all have ties. Every name that came up associated with the Celestium Labs has ties to Wisconsin. And they're all medical ties. I don't know how to explain that, but they're all medical ties. Like, this is the doctor, this Jennifer Schaefer. In Wisconsin. In Wisconsin. Okay. Here's the next person. We got Richard A. Labs. And by the way, he's dead. He was a plumber. And again, that one particular town in Wisconsin, he has ties to. I'm looking, what I want to find out, I gotta look back. I lost all my stuff. I lost all my stuff, so it's made it quite difficult for me. But I want to look back to the high school that Grandis went to and see if any of these labs, especially this Celeste, maybe went to high school with her. And you'll see this Nina Grace, Wisconsin. And then when I type in the name labs, it literally goes to a medical supply store in Wisconsin. Patty Ponytail, they're connected to Grandma's alias. That Labs is the last name. Her alias, one of her aliases is Celeste M. Labs. Beloit, Point Pleasant, Milwaukee, specific 3 towns that all of them tie back to. Let's see. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for anybody that would like to come up, has anything they'd like to say, or any thoughts. I didn't know she had aliases until I started doing some research and looking into it. And I wanted to know why she kept going back and forth. I've not found a criminal record per se, more than like driving infractions at this point, Kathy. Which is odd that the aliases come up and that they tie to these individuals. It almost seems, a lot of the aliases seem to be tied to rental records and rental properties, which I'm thinking that maybe there was a bad credit situation and that somebody else's name was used. Pam, I heard that. Does anybody have any questions? Not Celeste at all, Navy Mom. That was the first thing I thought of too. She's not related to any of them. I already checked that one out. What's up, Miss Annette? How you doing? Guys, please don't forget. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Property taxes are different. Guys, don't forget to look out for your creator. Right now, this month, I'm surviving on less than $200, and I gotta figure out how to fix this car. Pray I get any of the 30-some jobs that I have tried to apply for, and that the car company is willing to work with me. They open in another hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, that's what I heard, that Grandis is going back to Wisconsin. You may have any questions or thoughts or anything on the subject. Yep, Pam, that's what it's coming to seem, is that she's going to leave her daughter alone again. That's the story in the YouTube streets. I honestly don't know. Did you just send it, Manic Mama T, while we've been online? If you did, I haven't. I hadn't got a video. Let's see. Yeah, I hadn't got one, Manic Mama T. Thank you. Okay, yes, please resend it, because I looked just now and I didn't see one in the past 2 weeks. Have y'all seen Tim Mullins' 4-part series on how he came to be involved in Summer's case? That question and another question. I just got done watching it. Y'all, I don't know how I buy it or feel about it. It's kind of dry. It's kind of dry. But I know the feeling in it. I've kind of had to step back myself too and just do. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's just been posted. It's 4 different sections, and it's under Tim Mullins on YouTube. Yeah, I've been trying to stay away. It just came up in my recommended section. When, I guess because I was doing Tennessee research. Yes, he does, Brenda. And in the video, you feel the creepy creeperton. I was still looking at Pressman's house, because I know we went over that before. But it's actually supposed to have been vacant since the 60s. So I'm watching one of those Urban Explorer channels. It was about it was about a year and some months ago. It's less than 2 years that they were there at the Pressman's in Tennessee. And tell me why the administrative building and the janitorial services building have power to them and new digital readout meters. And it's very unclear and sketchy who is the owner of the property. It's behind LLCs and corporations. Thank you, Manic. And I had an account of someone that stumbled upon that property and thought it was law enforcement, because they said a lot of black vehicles and people with guns and rifles pulled up to escort them from the property. Well, this Urban Explorer channel, and I might be able to pull it up right quick and show y'all the portion I'm talking about. They quoted on how it was widely known that multiple persons had been escorted from the property at gunpoint. So, just a thought. Let's see. I'm going back into my watch history right quick to see if I can't pull it up. Because I watched two different ones. It's okay. I'll show y'all. It's better to show. And just talk about if I can pull it up. Yeah, Tim Mullins. It's under Tim Mullen Media. See where I've been looking at Russia. What's going on there? Guys, just prayers. Okay. The air raid sirens and all that. Here's the first one. It's called Not Lost is the name of the channel. Let's see. Get past the history. Let y'all hear.
Of the buildings, the hotel was abandoned in 1969 when the Union left and was later destroyed again by arson in 1994. Barry created a chapel in 1926 as this was not directly caused by printer's ink. The sanatorium operation was funded for II. A printing press monument sits today. However, Barry and his wife's remains have been relocated to the town's little historical information regarding the hydroelectric plant, but the site still remains in operation as a water treatment plant run by the United States Department of Agriculture. Power generation equipment.
Can you guys hear this at all? Let me know if y'all can hear the audio. Okay. Let me turn it up.
Still exist within one of the buildings. The building next to the plant was their lumber facility. In the midst of an open field next door are the remains of a silo and a pump looking much like a stereotypical oil well, but I suspect was for water for the farm. This barn was added in 1940. The farm raised the chickens, cows, pig center. Plants growing from the roof of the structure now imply that it is no longer even being used for that. Several attempts have been made to redevelop the site since the Union left in '69, but homes available for purchase. Amenities included landscape. Who did purchase discovered their mountain lots were located on steep, unbuildable tracks. The lawsuits followed. Before long, the developer declared bankruptcy and abandoned the project. Over the years, the Finnish Country Club and partially completed golf course remained open off and on, albeit only seasonally. A new buyer in 2009 gave some hope for restoration, but as of 2014, development progress has yet to be seen. It has also been reported to have been owned by a machine shop and military vehicle business once based in Indiana. Of this, there are indicators still existing. Added to the National Register of Historic Places on November 20th, 1985, the Pressman's home site continues to fall into decay, and I suspect inevitable oblivion, hence the desire for this documentary. There is no evidence the seasonal golf course and country club that maintained occasional operation in the early 21st century have had any activity in the last 5 years. Now for my promised disclaimer. Normally, I do research before exploring a forgotten location.
Right here.
The timing of this trip did not allow for that. While there, we noticed electrical usage meters on the administrative building were new, the LCD display type, and that the LCDs were on, indicating power was applied. We also then noticed ceiling lights illuminated in the trade building. For those reasons, we decided not to even attempt entering either building. It turns out, while the structures are largely abandoned, the property is still privately owned. I've read speculations on who that may be, ranging from the ridiculous to the unnerving. From ghosts, which, why do ghosts need electric? And in any case, human spirits don't remain on Earth. To previous residents who refuse to leave, and even to white supremacist groups. I don't know what is the truth, but there are many reports of folks being escorted off the property at gunpoint. Thankfully, we did not experience that unfortunate encounter on our visit.
That was just an excerpt from Pressman's Home Abandoned in Tennessee, or is it? And I only say that because it just makes you wonder what's going on there. Why are there new digital power meters there? But if you try to look up the registered owner of that property, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm good at going to land tax records. And it's buried. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Who's there? What's going on? The water treatment plant is, as I understand, still in use, but it's more backup type situation. I just found that quite interesting, along with the information that had been found out. Especially, I wanted to get that information that I had found out about Mr. Shell and the Predator Hunter's nation, and showing the proof that they had been, at the same time that Summer went missing, that they had been in the area and were actually planning on shooting a pilot. Right, I'm sure they get some sort of compensation, Gigi. But to have two buildings with new power meters and power supply, right, who does the treatment plant pay? Exactly. They pay a corporation. That's a shell company. And some of those records take attorney to be able to get to, unfortunately. It's not like an LLC and I can find out who incorporated it. The corporation. The same people that get the payment are the same people that get the electric bill. It's the corporation. It's all done through a business entity. That's why it's a pain. Yeah, it's already been there. Anybody else have any thoughts or questions? Pam, they have to, because that's how the person that made the video I just watched was able to get there. The person I know wound up going just down the road driving and wound up at basically what's kind of the main entrance there, and was escorted from the property at gunpoint, and thought it was law enforcement, thought that they're still being escorted from the property at gunpoint, actually was tied to Summer's case. And I think, given this video and the age of it, is a good sign that that often happens. And it's not directly tied to Summer's case. It just is directly tied to that property. Good morning, New Orleans lady. So does anybody have any thoughts or questions or any other avenues of research? I am still doing genealogical studies, trying to prove ties. I have the Wells family. I posted. It's a 220-some page PDF file going back to Thomas Wells Sr. As they crossed from England to the States. I bet they do, damn cameras and motion sensors. What's up, Holly? I'm sure they do, Deb. I'm sure you're right about that. Yeah, I know. So I know, Twister. It's a good ways away. I just think it's weird. That's just one of those odd things in the Tennessee area. That's kind of folklore that I just wanted to highlight. It's no further away than North Carolina, where people saying that she's at. No, Pressman's does not offer a tour. I checked into that too. That would be pretty awesome. You know, like a historical homes tour. Oh my gosh. Is it really, Kathy? We're supposed to get snow here today. You know, I'm just on the other side of the mountain. They're calling for it here today. I want to go to the Georgia Tam. I've been looking into that too in association with certain stuff. I still, you know, let me say this, guys. Pressman's home might be a ways away from Summer, but if there's something illegal going on there and Summer's case highlights it, shines a light on it, and puts an end to it, yay, Summer. Yay, Summer. If there's illegal activity going on in Ben Hill and Beach Creek, and Summer's case highlights it and puts a stop to it, yay, Summer. Yay, Summer. Gotcha, Miss Kathy. Wow, Kathy. Wow, Annette. It must be really freezing cold there. Sorry, guys, I was up all night on the phone and I got about hour and 20 minutes sleep. But I'm glad that I was there. Oh, for our sunshine. That's right, Gigi. Say her name. Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Have we ever found a birth certificate? Or a marriage license? Or a birth certificate for any of the children other than the oldest son? Because my answer is no. So far, we have not been able to find that. Well, hopefully Pam, I can find a job. I might be spending a little more time away, but it'll be because I'm working. And on that note, I may lay back down for a little while since I was on the phone for nearly 4 hours. 13, Kathy, he turned 13. Well, allegedly, Manic Mama T, Summer was born by C-section at a Tennessee hospital. So, where's that birth certificate? That's that question. Guys, I'm going to sign off. If anybody can, it would be greatly appreciated. The info is in there. Yep. That was on No Thanks, Deb. Oh, we got pouring rain out here right now. I hear it. That's why my knee and hip's killing me. Yeah. Well, the newborn would have been the, I thought she was supposed to be pregnant when her sister went missing. That's the understanding I have. Yes, I have, Deb. I've noticed a plethora of new new channels popping up. What channel is that, Annette? I think it's more smoke and mirrors, personally. Yeah, it did, Gigi. You're right about that. I mean, it's pouring the rain. Well, Deb, and that's what we were talking about earlier. I mean, I've even thought, is this somebody's, PhD thesis, that somehow this can be started on social media, and what kind of social media experiment could this be? And I was hoping that she would be in the chat. I really wanted one of our sunshines that's done some research on this to be in the chat. They sent me their entire research portfolio about it, but I really didn't want to go over and discuss it without looking at Tim Mullen is strange. Yeah. I didn't want to go over and discuss that without her being here in the chat. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the bot. It just almost seems like that we're involved in the middle of some sick social experiment. I fully agree. Morning, Wee Scottish Mom. I know. I look at what's going on in the world. Absolutely. Miss Mel, you're correct on your text that you sent. Yeah, I know, Pam. They do attack alive fast. Yeah, all the hacking and scams is getting old here too. I have been, like I was saying in the beginning, Spectrum has said that I was definitely attacked some fashion. Since their equipment they removed is fried in certain ways. What happened to my Chromebook is not purging or erasing the memory when it gets too full. And it's not set back to factory standards. It was attacked and deleted. My history, my passwords, my banking information, certain stuff wasn't. Well, banking information wasn't attacked, but everything I had saved was deleted, including my search history and everything. I'm retrieving some of my stuff. Still, my accounts are still frozen right now. When you freeze them at the bank, you choose a time frame, so they're still going to be frozen for a minute. I hope they do too, Holly. The bank, and I've contacted the Chromebook. I had to contact Acer because that's who makes the Chromebook I have. And then it's crazy. But Spectrum is highly looking into it, because if they find out it was a targeted attack and it fried their equipment, they're going after the person to replace that equipment. Plain and simple. So they may take that up on my behalf. Anybody that can and will, I would appreciate any donations at this point. I got to get a wrecker to come and get the car and take it to a shop. And I'm unable to work my job right now until I get the car fixed. I can't work. And I literally made less than $178 for the entire month. So anything to help would be greatly appreciated. I'm ready to just lay down and cry at this point. I put in over 30 applications. It's never been running again, Deb. Put all the stuff on it. Finally got, the last thing was the radiator on it. Still trying to shoot fluid out the radiator cap, and it won't crank now. It's trying to crank it, turns over like it's flooded. I'm not hearing the fuel pump engage when I go to crank it. Don't know if all the sitting and whatnot has messed that up, but I'm at the point to where I feel like working on it myself. I'm in over my head, and I'm going to contact the dealership to see if they're willing to do anything to mitigate my cost, considering what all I've had to replace since getting the car and how quickly I had to do repairs. I have talked to an attorney, and I do have some legal recourse, but right now at this point, it's like, Brenda, the emergency assistance afforded to me is minimal. I'm a single person, no children in my custody, and it's just limited. I'm also considered self-employed, so I'm taxed at a higher rate too. So thank you, Uncle Sam, for smacking me around. No income tax return here. The lemon laws in my state, Deb, I'm going to have to prove how long the car was broke down, how much the repairs are, to be able to qualify for the lemon law within the time frame. So it's just crazy. I'm just hoping that I can quickly find other employment that's nearby so I have transportation. I can catch rides or walk if I have to. I don't care. I've done it before. It's not fun on days like today when it's pouring the rain. But it's not fun on days like today when it's pouring the rain for Summer wherever she's at either. We're going to talk about her on this channel every day until we find her. And I know that people like Gigi are saying damned if Candace does and damned if she don't. But to have somebody in her ear to tell her to find Summer is one of her top 3 goals in the near future. That was a problem. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you will need to rewind and look at the around minute and a half excerpt from Cold Cases with Colette. And as I said, the videos shown in this live stream, the links are available in the description. And hopefully the videos that I've taken while working on the car and live streams and when we talked about it and the receipts and the parts and everything else will help establish a pattern and prove the case. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know. If nobody has any questions or comments, I'm going to end this live stream and try to come back later tonight. I'm going to see if I can't get a little rest. I was for about nearly, 4.5 hours, like I said, on the phone with one of the sunshines that was going through a very difficult time. And I'm just glad that I could be there to help out. Hopefully, when I come back this evening, I'll have an update from Mr. Dylan Stout, since he has replied to me and I have replied to him. Hopefully, he'll read my message soon and email me back. And we can see what information I can glean from him about his contact with Ernie and the rest of that crew, and how he knows the individual that I know. Right, I agree, Seeking. Thank you. I'm glad you like the little music opening thing. Any other comments or questions from anybody at this point? All right, guys, we'll do another short live this evening where I'll be back and hopefully have an update about Dylan Stout. If y'all missed that, rewind to the beginning so y'all can catch that part. About the filmmaker that's really odd. It was in Tennessee, filming on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of June, and how it has to do with child trafficking and missing children. So at this point, I'm going to say peace, love, and light, and I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are appreciated.